YouTube, welcome to my GGC. It's your boy Geddon, and I'm back with a new EA college football video. So let's get it. YouTube, what it is, it's your boy Geddon, and I'm back with another video. Before we start, please like the video if you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell on all. I got all types of content coming your way. Also, if you want to be a member, sure, why not? Join, be a member, get all my videos first before anyone else. You don't have to wait until the next day or wait for a premiere. So with all that being said, let's get into this video. So when I created my College Football 25 video, I was actually enthusiastic about it. There were some good things, there were some terrible things that I saw, and I expressed that. And of that breakdown video, I made a short clip just to get the eyes on that video a little bit more. I'm not too sure if you guys saw it. Part of that clip focused on a cornerback turning completely the wrong way and still able to make a great play on the ball. Play with the DB might be like the worst play of the game. No, I think I take that back. This freaking interception is the worst part of this trailer, and it is screaming very loudly. This is a reskin. We all agree that Madden and college football video games are simulations. The developers should be focusing on the real actions of the sport and the outcomes, but I'll get into that in a second. Also, another important point that I'm trying to convey is timing routes is an important thing in football. Not only that, wouldn't it be awesome, wouldn't it be a wow factor if there was a mechanic that wide receivers can actually break down safeties and cornerbacks or even linebackers with elite route running? That's not even in the game yet. They never even hinted at that. So far, the cornerbacks only follow wide receivers or play zone. I mean, really, that could be a thing of beauty. The way EA football games are right now, and it has been for a long time, is you really can't read the defense or rely on top level talent. You're kind of forced to use money plays. And the more you know about football and body movement, the more you really can't trust your eyes and what you see in the secondary, because the positioning is just out of whack. And I'm going to prove that in this video. And for whatever reason, a whole bunch of Madden and college football fanboys got mad at that clip. They were saying all sorts of things. I don't know anything about football. You should play football before you criticize a game. You could tell when somebody hasn't played football a day in their life. I mean, you even have some people referring to a blog rather than referring to what they see on the screen. So I want to use this as an opportunity as content creation to see how accurate this actually is when it comes to football, real football, because college football and Madden is a simulation video game. That means the goal of the developers should be rooted in realism and everything that we see on the field. I do respect the developers, but I think they really need to take a hard look at what the secondary does and fix the positioning so that gamers and users can enjoy reading it. And at the end of the day, if the developers could pull this off and make it balanced, well, the game would just be that much better. Don't we all want a better simulation football game? Well, I know I do. And yo, I'm sorry, but EA has been making football games for 40 plus years. There's no excuse the secondary should be much better than what it is. They showcased this in a trailer for a brand new game that didn't even hit market yet. First, let's just break down why this is such a bad play. It's a bad play for the user because if I am reading the cornerback here, I see that he turned to the inside, and that's telling me that he is playing inside tech. So my outside leverage should be a factor in this play because he doesn't have the position, he doesn't have the momentum or the agility to turn all the way around 180 and then even break on the ball. If anything, he should be able to swat the ball maybe. But because you can't trust your lying eyes, EA shows it in a trailer, and what's worse is the cornerback was able to recover and catch a interception. It would be okay if this cornerback was so elite, he has such high agility, and the trailer made it obvious that that is the case. Okay, fine. If the player is a Deion Sanders level player, cool. If this was a bait that the cornerback threw at the quarterback to play 4D chess? Amazing. But that's not the case. So now let's compare real life footage to what happens when cornerbacks get their ankles taken or when they bite on a fake in a route. And let's see how far that takes them away from the wide receiver. For this example, I swear, names do not matter. Only positioning, only technique. Look at 83. He's going to run up the field, fake to the inside, and then break to the outside. Look at the safety or the cornerback or the DB playing him. Look at how his momentum is pushing him away from the wide receiver. Just look at the separation. This was a ill route. This cornerback, this defensive back, this safety got broken. And I'm not saying that this should happen in EA Sports or any simulation sports game all the time, but there needs to be a reaction, a action, and a outcome that makes sense. It doesn't have to look perfect, but it just has to make sense. Again, I'm not going to name names because really it's all about positioning. It's all about hit placement, and it's about the wide receiver creating an action. There's a reaction from the DB, and there's an outcome. It all makes sense. It doesn't have to be so flashy where he creates as much space as the first example that I showed, because this is pretty good in tight coverage, but just listen to the announcers.
He's done his entire time is beat man-to-man coverage one-on-one and create separation.
They're saying that this is wide open. In Madden, this is not wide open. In fact, in some cases, you might even throw an interception. Now for my last example, names do not matter, only positioning matters. There's a action, a reaction, and a realistic outcome. No, not every outcome should look like this, but it should be in the game by now. Again, the reaction, a fake inside, the cornerback bites, just like it did in College Football 25. No one has the agility to jump back to make a play on the ball, especially with an elite wide receiver. And the wide receiver creates a ton of space, an easy throw for the quarterback. And wait, did you guys think I was done with examples? No, there's more. I'm going to show a video that I created 3 years ago in 2021, comparing All Pro 2K8, real life footage again, and Madden 21 or 22, I think. First, let's look at the real footage. We have a wide receiver doing a Z route, which is a double move. You can see the cornerback totally gets destroyed on this play. He turns his hips, in this case, to the inside of the field, and look at all the separation that the wide receiver got. Easy play to read, easy catch to make. So now let's look at Madden and let's look at what's happening with College Football 25. Remember, College Football 25 to a lot of people is not a reskin, but I don't understand if it's not a reskin, why does it look so similar to Madden 22? Madden 22, the cornerback turns his hips to the outside of the field and turns his hips to the inside of the field, and yet the corner isn't necessarily totally out of position. Yeah, there's some separation, it might have been a bad throw and a speed warp, but the main focus should be how the cornerback moves. The quarterback opened his hips twice in the wrong direction. But yeah, this isn't looking like realistic football to me. But now let's look at All Pro Football 2K8, which was the last Visual Concepts made football game. You know, the creators behind the best football game ever, NFL 2K5, and the NBA 2K series. Look at how the wide receiver, Jerry Rice, the only name I'm going to mention, do that same Z route, that same double move, and watch the cornerback open his hips to the inside of the field, and look at how much separation is created. Yeah, you could say that it was separation with Madden 2, but with Madden, you cannot read the cornerback unless your wide receiver is wide open. The movement in EA simulation football games in the secondary is so old, it's almost embarrassing how bad they move. It's so sad that EA has not updated this element of football, and this is so important. Just think about it. It can open up so much for the game. You don't have to rely so much on money plays, which destroys the experience and destroys the immersion of some players. you can actually rely on how you read the secondary, and you'll be able to read man-on-man coverages. That would really separate great cornerbacks from subpar cornerbacks, great wide receivers versus mid-level wide receivers. And you know what? I'm really glad that these EA fanboys came to my channel, came to my video, my short, because it did get a lot of views. It almost has 10,000 views, and make such bogus claims that I know nothing about football, because it just gave me more content just to prove them wrong. That felt great. Maybe it's a little petty, but you know, we're just having fun with it. And also, I want to showcase how I really want EA to make a much better football game. And when gamers can have a great debate about what's simulation and what's not, gamers, we gotta keep on gaming. This is all I got. This your boy Gettin', and I'm out of here.